Guys, Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com and Wingboarding.com, and I tell you, I try to answer as many questions as I can about foils so everybody will understand the difference of wings. Now, this is the Sonar system from North, and it absolutely is one of my favorite systems. The way that it integrates together, the way that they fly, the way that they handle is really awesome. Now, what had come out just now that grabbing a lot of people's attention is their new surf wing. And everybody's wondering what the difference is between the wings and why would you choose one over the other. So what I'm gonna do is kind of back up. This last year they came out, they have a new design, they came out with what they call the mid aspect. Now this wing is one of the top wings that I have been on that has such an unbelievable flying range. It'll do just about every single thing. It'll surf the swell, ride just normal in the flat water, really nice and responsive. It's just amazing in that side as an all-around type wing. I still go back to it and I'm still amazed at how it rides. So that is the mid aspect, and it comes in multiple sizes and how it rides. Now it has a lower profile here, but it does have a deeper chord to it. And what that does is it keeps that speed with the lower profile, but yet the deeper chord gives that a longer flying range to it. So it'll sit there and it'll slow down, but yet it'll speed back up, and amazing little glide. Is an all-around type wing. This one is easy to use on their 85 centimeter mast. Their smaller masts are 72. Fantastic wing all around. If I had to take one just to go ride, pops out of the water easy and rides really well and real smooth. Now, changing out the rear on that is a whole different thing, but I want to move on. So what we've got here is the high aspect. They came out with this one. This one's pretty recent as well. In the last couple months, maybe this winter, they came out with their high aspect range. I got to test this back at the trade show and was blown away. Why a high aspect? Now, the high aspect is not just the width, but it's also a very thin profile, meaning it's going to want to fly a lot faster and it doesn't have as big flying range. So when you start to slow down, this will stall sooner because of that, because it's also very narrow and it's very thin profile. But this thing screams at speed, and when you are at speed, it will glide like crazy. So I love this. I'm playing with this on the waves. It's still my favorite, mainly because of the speed it will go. I love to move really quick. As long as I keep that power in there, it will glide. Now, almost mandatory to get this wing to perform, you gotta jump to their 95 centimeter mast. When you go higher type aspect, going to the longer mast allows you a lot more turning without pulling that tip out of the water to cavitate. So the high aspect is speed and glide, all of that in combination, but its flying range, the speed range of which it flies, is very narrow. So you got to stay within that with some skill levels. So it that's more of a skill type ride, where the mid aspect would be everybody. Now, this is their new one. This is a surf wing, and they've kind of taken this same combination. They've made it a little bit lower aspect, deepening your chord, but keeping that high aspect, glide aspect to the wing. And they also increased the profile. Now, what will that do? That will increase your flying range. It'll slow you down, meaning if I was on a wave, running a wave, and all of a sudden I'm on a high aspect, I could easily outrun that wave because of its speed. And if I try to slow it down, it will stall and drop the nose on me. Now, the surf wing doesn't do that, but it doesn't ride to the high speed. So if I was on that same wave, I could slow it way down and then take that turn and follow into that wave. That's what you're going to get out of the surf. You're not going to go as fast as I am on my high aspect, but you are going to get a combination of the glide. Because it is high aspect, it's very, very wide. It's a little bit narrower than the mid aspect, as you can see. So that is the main thing that you're going to get out of the surf wing, and why they designed it is because you could come down a wave, slow it down a little bit to stay in that wave and flow with that wave. That is the purpose of this wing, but get that high aspect so when you get that long glide out, that'll give you a little bit more glide than your medium aspect. So this is what's really cool about this is these are about the same size in surface area. This is a 1080, you've got a 1050, and then a 1050. So truthfully in flying rise, These should perform pretty close and the same in the lifting surface, but let me tell you, there's a lot of difference in them. So you got your all-around type ride, do anything you want to do, surf, speed up to a certain point. Then you're going to jump into your high aspect for all of your speed in the Unreal Glide. It'll just keep gliding if you keep your speed up. Then you've got your surf that'll get your glide at a slower speed. It just has a longer flying range before it stalls out. Now, with all of these in combination, this is the new 95 centimeter mast, and that is, I would highly say, this is a must in flying your 2 higher aspects. You can easily do these in flat water, so you're not having to change your angle of attack a lot, but you will pull those tips out if you don't have that longer mast. So as an all-around wing, you go to the MA. Now, the combination with these that I like to ride is they have 3 rear wings, new ones too. They've got the 208, the 210, and the 270. If you ride the 270, it's going to calm it down a little bit. That's your bigger rear wing. Then you're going to jump down to a 210, which is kind of the mid-tier in there, and that is my favorite. I'm riding the 210. I'm on the high aspect 1050, and I've got the front shim on that rear wing, making this fly down a little bit more, and it increases that speed is what I feel to it and how it flies. So the 210 is a good all-around. As you go down to like a 208, it's just going to make it more twitchier. A lot of people ask that, why and what is the difference? So if you go to a bigger rear wing with more shaping into it, it's going to slow that response down on it. If you go down to a smaller one, you're going to get quicker response and a quicker turn. And that's why I like the 210 with the 250, the 1050, because it makes that high aspect move, but then I get that Unreal Glide in there. Anyway, this is the Sonar system from North, and I'm really excited about it. And the cool part about it is it all integrates. If you have an aluminum system, all these wings will fit on it. If you want a carbon, you've got a fuselage that's aluminum. Everything integrates into the system. And I tell you, them coming out with these new longer masts, man, it really keys up these new high aspect wings. Anyway, that's Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com and Wingboarding.com. If you have any questions about what you should be on or how you should ride, or want to come down and do some testing, come on down here and we'll help you out. Hey guys, Jeff here again. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. It really helps us out in making these videos. Have a great day.